Hello, 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 everybody. Where do you come to get all your news? You already know the answer. Washington Informer. I'm so happy to be with you. It is Misha Green, managing editor, and I am just wishing you all a wonderful Thursday morning. Thanks for rocking with us this early as we talk to the fabulous, amazing, boss lady, humble hustler herself, CEO London Ward. We're going to talk all things Snob Nails, her technician school, and which is the first and only, I believe, Black owned and nail school, as well as the first nail school in the area, I believe. And so we're just so proud of her. And London, without further ado, how are you doing today?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm excited. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get into it.
Yes. Look, I am loving your energy. I'm loving all of your accolades. I want everybody to know I got to interview London years ago. I think it was like 6 years ago at this point, and she was already a CEO, already a humble hustler, already killing the game. And 6 years later, she's done so many amazing things. She's a mom of three, and yet still has time to continue innovating in the world of entrepreneurship, nails, business, arts, industry, Blackness, womanhood, all of it. So we are happy to be with you today, London. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you. Thank you.
So, first of all, tell us some of the exciting, sort of big bullet points about Snob Nails and London Ward, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty.
Okay. So, major things that we have accomplished over the years is the first one, we became the first Black, I made history by becoming the first Black owned nail technician school in the DMV metropolitan area. Then we've been open for 3 years and have remained number one in the DMV area, as well as with a 100% passing rate. So, we have yet to have anyone come to our school fail, and we have a good passing rate when it comes to state board altogether. And let me see, then we were able to partner with and get educational grants so that we are able to allow students to be able to come to school either heavily discounted or 100% free. And our last most recent partnership that we landed was with DCPS, which is like so major because now they're offering 100% free education and nail career training, and we became the official providers.
Oh my goodness. And somehow she gets rest and looks this great at 9 a.m. Wow. No, absolutely amazing. Congratulations to
Thank you.
you
Thank
and
you.
all of your accomplishments and barrier breaking accomplishments, might I add. So, take me back because I know you've always had a passion for entrepreneurship. You come from a family of entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
Has education also been at the forefront of your work?
No, you want to know what's crazy? No, like going to school, I was like a C average, sometimes do my work, sometimes don't do my work. Education wasn't really pushed real big in my house. Like my sister was the first person to graduate college in our family. Like it just wasn't big, right? And my family, entrepreneurship was pushed. It was more of just loving what you do and do what you love to make money off of it. But what I realized when I got into the aspect of entrepreneurship and opened up my salon is I fell in love with the education portion, and I fell in love with being able to show people, look, you can do this legitimately. You can make money. You could be a boss. You can have time for your kids. You could do what you want and not have the stressors of a real career of 9 to 5.
That is so inspiring. And so, what took you from being an entrepreneur, running your own business, to also having your own school? Like, what was that process like?
Got you. So, oh my geez, that it's still something I can never leave to this day. Like I wake up every day and I be like, dang, I'm really doing this. And then also sometimes I don't really realize the major accomplishments, that like how big they are. But I got into school because when I first started, I was a salon, right? And so then a lady reached out to me. She asked me, was I offering classes? Now, mind you, as a nail tech, I'm 100% self-taught. So even though I put myself through school, I didn't learn nothing while I was in school, right? So I'm still like, okay. So when she asked me, she was like, oh, do you teach nail classes? In my head, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing, but okay, you want to pay me to do it? Let's make it rock. Okay. So I did it, and I did very well, and I succeeded, and she succeeded by learning what it was that I was teaching. So I'm like, well, shoot, I'm charging X amount of dollars for some nail sets, and they paying X amount of dollars for classes. Let's see if I can keep this thing going, right? But what I didn't know, in order to be able to teach, you had to be a legal school. I didn't know that, right? I thought, as long as I had my license, as long as I was doing what I was supposed to do. So no, that's not what happened. So then after I created all this uproar and buzz because I was able to increase state board passing rates, students were out here really learning. People that took my class, they were building businesses, they was open suites and salons. The board actually reached out to me. They was like, Ms. Ward, look, we hear what you're doing, and we love what you're doing, but we need you to get legal and legit, okay? And then once you get legal and legit, we want you to open this school. And so it was like, okay. So I had to get all my nerves out, and I was like, all right, bet. You know what? I'm gonna really go for it, and I'm gonna do this. And I really went forward, and I did it. And here we are 3 years later. And I didn't know that when I was doing it, I was accomplishing and hitting all of those marks and milestones, right? It wasn't until you have to go before the judge and a panel and like all these people when you open up your school for them to legitimize it, right? And so when I was there, they are the ones that actually told me, do you know you're making history today? And I was like, no, I didn't. Okay. And so that's why I'm so big on being like, yes, London, like you did it and you keep on doing it.
Well, I think I've told you this before, but Madam CJ Walker comes to mind when
Mm-hmm.
I hear your story, finding a need, going out there in the world, serving the community, and then educating so many people along the way. Y'all, this is the Madam CJ Walker of nails, everybody. Our modern Madam CJ.
Yes,
And
yes.
I
I'll take
absolutely love
that.
it. I absolutely love it. We have Marion Jones who commented saying congratulations. And folks, please come in the comments, say good morning, say hello to London, tell us where you're checking out in from. We love to have you here this morning. So thank you. So, London, I have to ask you because now you're with DCPS, you're partnering with Maryland schools. What is it like working with young people and fostering this interest in nails and then giving them really an opportunity to be successful business owners of their own?
It has taught me a lot about myself. It has. It has taught me patience. You want to know why? Because like I've learned that I like to delegate. I've learned that I am not a worker. Okay. And so having to deal with children, because in my school I teach adults, right? You have to be 18 and older. But going into a high school setting or a middle school setting and I'm dealing with children, I'm like, okay, London, you really got to take a different approach, right? And so by taking the different approach and really coming down to their level and getting them to understand, look, I'm here, I'm rocking with you, I'm not yelling at you, like I really want to see you succeed, they open up. And then it goes from, hey, Miss London, to, oh my God, Miss London, this weekend I did da 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 da. And then it goes from, Miss London, guess what's going on? Can you come to my birthday? Like all of these things, right? And so I've had to learn how to really draw the professional line, but let them know that I'm here and I'm excited and I'm happy and I really want to see you guys grow. And so now we're close to finishing up our first cohort with DCPS and seeing my students from when they first came and was like, okay, this class, they telling us we gotta come, now they like, I'm excited. Like the girls tell me, I only come to school on Monday because I know I'm gonna see you, So it's major. And then just seeing their skill set grow and then thinking like, oh, I did nails this weekend. When I did nails this weekend, I made X amount of dollars, Miss London. I did that because you told me my price list should be blah, 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 blah,
That's amazing. That is so, so incredible. Again, thank you for the work that you're doing. And I know that it isn't just education, it isn't just nails, it's also about empowerment. And so I hear that from these stories. And I also see you, light up and just seem to be so incredibly empowered by empowering others. So thank you, London. All right. So I know that you had like a very exciting February 2024 that you didn't tell us about, that you were done with some fashion, and you want to take us back to Black History Month and tell us what
Okay.
yes.
So again, we did DC Fashion Week, right? When we did DC Fashion Week, I had just finished New York Fashion Week, right? And so I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be great. Boom, boom, boom. I'm into it. I like it. Right. So then I came back and said, you know what? Let's see if we can do DC Fashion Week. So, I reached out and said, can we get in with DC Fashion Week? Like, yeah. Didn't know that when we did DC Fashion Week, here we are again, breaking barriers, okay? Because normally with DC Fashion Week, they have a beauty team, of hair and makeup, but they didn't have nails. So we came in, and when I say we killed it, we killed it. But the best part was, like, throughout the whole thing, I kept silently crying to myself because I was able to bring my students that had graduated and became licensed techs and give them this opportunity and be like, look, y'all, we doing this. We came in strong with a staff of 10 and killed DC Fashion Week.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. We have Elisa McClinton who said, good morning. I'm constantly commenting on Miss London's Instagram page and watching her on Instagram Live. She's truly an inspiration to myself and have been inspiring me over the past years. Thank you, Elisa, for checking in. Marion says she loves these kind of stories and is checking in from California. So it's 6:15 your time, California. You are a real trooper, Marion M. Jones. Thanks for tuning in. So London, I have to ask you, what are some big lessons and takeaways that you'd offer to our many people viewing out there this morning, not only about your journey, but about entrepreneurship in general?
I would say the number one thing is you have to give yourself grace, right? That's the first thing. Then once you give yourself grace, you have to not just see it for yourself, but believe that you are capable of actually achieving what it is, the goal that you're setting out to do. Then once you get on the journey and the path to achieve the goal, block everything else out. There are going to be people that are going to think you crazy. It's going to be people that say, oh, look at her. She thinks she's doing this. It's going to be times where you feel like you're failing and you're not, because you're already ahead of where you started. But you truly, truly just have to find it within yourself, within your faith, and within you to say, I could really do this and literally take over. Here are 7 years later. When I started this, if you know my journey and my story, baby, this is not what it, this ain't it. But here we are 7 years later, and I'm doing it, and I'm killing it, and I'm continuing. So use me as your inspiration. Say, look, Miss London did it. I could do it too.
Well, absolutely. I don't know if you want to give the people too much, but if you just want to share a little snippet of what catapulted you into entrepreneurship. Look, Miss London has a story, y'all. She has a testimony. If you want a little,
I don't mind. I don't mind. So, let's see. So I have a 10-year-old. She's special needs. My daughter was born with cerebral palsy, and their father suffered from traumatic brain injury, all within the same 9 months of each other, which prompted me to have to make a drastic career change and walk away. So I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse now for the last 13 years. That was my career. That was my passion. That was my heart. And then when I had my daughter and my children's father suffered traumatic brain injury together, I was like, you know what? I gotta be there for them. Career wasn't understanding, job wasn't understanding, no one was understanding the tragedy that hit me. One, as a young mother, two, thrusting me into single motherhood, and four, I had to pay bills. So I was like, you know what, this is what we're gonna do. I made a list. I put 32 things on the list. I picked number 22 because that's my favorite number. I said whatever the 22nd thing is on this list, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it. Nails was the 22nd thing. Here we are 7 years later, and we are rocking out.
We are rocking out. Oh, I love your story. And again, thank you, London, for sharing it. And thank you for continuing to keep reinventing and growing and inspiring and empowering. Jay Pamela is tuning in and says, good morning, Misha. Good to see you again and glad to be introduced to London. Yes, Jay Pamela, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in as always. And yes, isn't Miss London's story so incredibly inspiring? All right, I have to ask you before we let you go, any announcements, any new things we should be on the lookout for before Instagram or YouTube or anybody else gets it? Can you let us know?
Yes. So we have Indie Fashion Week coming up, which is going to be great. So me and my team and my students, we're going to go in. We're going to accomplish Indie Fashion Week. We're going to take it over, shut it down, do what we do. And then now we are offering weekend courses as well. So that's what a lot of people was asking for. A lot of people was like, I want to come to school. I want to come to school, but it was Monday through Friday, right? So now we're able to offer weekend courses. It's our first pilot launch. If it goes well, we will continue to do it. If it doesn't, we're going to pull it. We're going to say we tried. But either way, but weekend courses, the next course starts April the 13th.
April the 13th. You don't want to miss it. I have to end with this because Marion M. Jones said it so well. I am so proud of you, Miss London. I think we all are. We are so inspired. We are so thankful for you and the work that you do. You know how to find her. Go to www.snobnailsindustry.com or snobnailstechnicianschool.com or go to Snob Gels on IG or Miss London, which is her personal page, and both are absolutely fabulous. So you want to make sure you follow them as well. And if you want to get in contact with all things Snob Nails, go to call 703-841-6611. You all know that you can get all of this information hyperlinked as well on WashingtonInformer.com. We'll have a story to follow up on all things exciting that is Miss London. And Linda, do you want to share anything with the people before we go?
I just want to say thank you. Like, I really just appreciate all of the love, all of the congrats, all the camaraderie. Like, I do this honestly, truly for my community, for us, because we need it. So again, we're going to do it. We're going to continue to kill it. Reach out, contact, enroll, and let's get started.
Absolutely. And look, Marion Jones says April 13th is her birthday. How funny. Amazing. Well, happy early birthday, Marion. Also, again, congratulations to you. Oh, we got Stacy Brown checking in who said awesome conversation. Thanks to you all, as always, for tuning in. We really appreciate you. Thank you again, Miss London, for being with us today and bringing us all this joy this Thursday morning. We are so thankful for you. And as always, go to WashingtonInformer.com for all the news that you can use. Take care, everybody.